listening to Junior Lancer High School Hockey on the Junior Lancer Radio Network.
Welcome to another weekend of Midwest High School Hockey action live from the Ralston Arena in Ralston, Nebraska for a matchup between the Junior Lancer JV team and the Quad City Blues. Back with me today is my co-host and play-by-play man that makes the magic happen, Mike Vlasakis. Welcome, Mike.
How you doing, Michael?
Good. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving last week with your family and everything went well.
It was great, and it's good to be back. I missed traveling with the boys, and I missed doing the broadcast, although I got to tell you, you guys did a fantastic job, and Neil Krause is a natural, and he did a great job, and I really appreciate that, and we'll try to get him back on the air here sometime this season.
Absolutely, yeah. I was very grateful to have Neil last weekend, and he filled in wonderfully. And however, nobody's as good as you.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's arguable, I think.
It's good when you've got somebody you're used to working with, and able to work with, and sometimes a little difficult going with somebody new. But Neil did it wonderfully. Looks like, just for those that are able to listen to us tonight, looks like we're having some streaming issues from Ralston Arena. Again, last time we had streaming issues. We were playing the Des Moines Capitals, and we thought maybe with them on the broadcast, it sounds like it's just the Ralston, which is not the best. So we'll try to do it. If not, the recording will be posted on our YouTube channel later this week. Just a quick mention that today is the Junior Lancer annual Teddy Bear Toss, and fans will toss out a teddy bear or a toy after the Junior Lancers score their first goal of the game, and should be a fun day, Mike.
Should be fun. We'll look forward to it. It's a great opportunity for people to contribute to various charities, and it's always fun to have this at our home games. Absolutely.
Mike, just to kind of get into things, the Junior Lancers swept the regular season last year with Quad City Blues, meeting the Blues last season. Quad City winning convincing style 5-1 and 6-0 on their ice. Today, the JV team looks to capitalize on their chances and not leave anything on the ice and take another 4 points.
Yes, so they've got a young team, and they've lost some key players from last season, so it's a great opportunity for us to come in. The top of the league is very tight right now, and there's some drop off after that. But in order for us to continue to stay up top, we've got to capitalize, especially on home weekends. Can't go for splits. You got to go for the 4 points.
Absolutely, and looking at the current standings, the Blues right now don't have any wins, but we were in Mason City last week with a team that hadn't had a win prior to that series. I take that back. They had one win earlier that week against Ames, but prior to that, they hadn't had any win. And Neil and I thought they looked to be one of the best no-win teams or one-win team in the conference that we've played so far. And so far, you're looking at Omaha right now. They haven't lost a game. They're 7 wins, 3 ties for 17 points. But I have the feeling that Quad City is going to come into this game, and they're not going to be slouches. Last week when Omaha traveled to Mason City, and they did show a lot of bus legs getting off the bus. They were able to squeak out a 2-1 win against Mason City, in the first night on Friday night, and keeping them undefeated, giving Gareth Lewis that win that he was looking for, if you will, and much needed win. And Saturday afternoon, they did show a solid defensive backbone that they've displayed all season long and in other games this season, and winning with the shutout of 3-0 with Luke Weberg taking the win.
Mike, teams that aren't playing as well as they feel they should be, teams that have yet to muster a win, those teams are the most dangerous ones because they play relentlessly. They have nothing to lose. They're usually they're not squeezing the fiberglass out of their stick, so to speak. They're relaxed. And they bring their A game, and regardless of their record, it's their effort points that make the difference.
Sure. The Quad Cities we talked about, they've struggled a little bit this season after 10 games. They've not hit the win column yet. And that could happen today. We don't know. I think they're going to bring their A game against Omaha. We're undefeated. We got a target on our back, and with the most recent losses coming to the hands of Kansas City Jets this past weekend for them, they look to get in the win column and hope to do so here.
That's the dangerous part about all sports. When you're at the top of the heap, you've got a bullseye on your back, and everybody's going to bring their top game against you. And you have to be able to come out and play, not necessarily by in terms of what the other team gives you, but the way that you know how to play, the way that you're capable of playing, the way that you're trained to play. And if we come out and play with that aggressive style, use our speed, use our tact, use our skill, we should come out on top.
Well, Mike, who do we look for or pay attention to on the Quad City Blues team this weekend?
Well, Mike, sophomore Peter Sakalowski leads the team with 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. Other players to keep an eye on are freshman Mason Chin and junior Evan Stewart with a couple of points each.
Who should the fans listening this weekend pay attention to on the Junior Lancer squad?
Well, the Junior Lancers are blessed with pretty good depth, and the line of Larry Mercier, Dominic Zambuto, and Jacob Berkowitz, 2 sophomores and Berkowitz being a freshman, they've been providing most of the offensive prowess this season with a combined effort of 15 goals and 18 assists, which is very good and stands right up there in the top fourth of the league. With that said, all lines are contributing and putting the puck in the net. The solid goaltending, from Luke Weberg and Gareth Lewis have really helped our JV team this season stay undefeated through 10 games.
Absolutely, and we look forward to more of that same solid defensive effort today. Gareth Lewis is going to take the net today in today's opening game against Quad City Blues, and we hope to see the same type of effort against this team. One thing that to note, and Coach has kind of talked about it in the locker room earlier when I was kind of eavesdropping, is that it doesn't, with as many teams that are neck to neck in this division, they hate to say it if it comes about and run score up or throw the goals on the board, but they almost act as a tiebreaker nowadays. If goals for, goals against, they can become a factor if it's a non-head-to-head meeting.
Yes, and unfortunately that's true. And I hate to see that in league play. You see it a lot of times in tournament play. However, those are short-term events. A season is a long-term event, and you hate to bury teams when they're already down. However, that goals for, goals against, when it comes down to tie-breaking issues within the divisional standings, is a big thing.
Yeah, because I think when I looked at standing last night, it looked, if I'm getting the divisions correct, Omaha JV is at 37 goals for, and the Des Moines Capitals right now are at 57 goals for. So there's a 20-goal differential, and right now after this weekend, if we're fortunate enough to sweep the series, we'll be 1 point up. But there's always that down the road where things happen, and if you end up becoming we took 3 points from them, so it shouldn't be an issue. But who's to say they're going to stay on top in that division? But if there's a team that we happen to split games with, that we only play 2 games against each other, that tiebreaker portion may come in handy. One
of the dynamics when speaking about that is the fact that Omaha has struggled a little bit in the second game of a 2-game weekend. It seems like they take a little bit off in the second game. That can't happen anymore because of the issue that you're talking about. Des Moines Caps with a 20-some point advantage on us from a goals for standpoint. We have to come to play every game, every shift, every period, and the more we score, the better it's going to be for Omaha in the long run.
Absolutely.
We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back with the Coaches Roundup with Coach Matt Simpek. You're listening to the Omaha Junior Lancer Radio Network.
Don't go anywhere.
Actually, we won't, because he didn't come out.
I remember the moment. I'll never forget.
But that's okay. That's why I was trying to point out.
Okay.
Several of us were working to
We
rescue
don't have
a family.
either.
The house
All right.
collapsed on top of the cellar door and trapped them.
We had to use Humvees and heavy machinery to move massive trees and debris.
We got them out.
We helped a lot of people out.
It felt good to know I could really make a difference.
Because I'm a citizen soldier in the National Guard.
Be there the moment your community needs you. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Nebraska National Guard, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
At Sid Dillon Chevrolet, certain words mean everything to us.
Service, selection,
Plus over 3,000 vehicles at SidDillon.com.
A lot has changed since I opened the first dealership, but one thing remains constant.
The Sid Dillon team is committed to you. You have our word on it.
Because we have our name on it.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here, and you're listening to Omaha Junior Lancer Radio Network.
anywhere.
On behalf of Greg Young Chevrolet, I'd like to present to you this check, and I want to thank you for going the extra mile for education.
Thank you, Greg Young.
My name's Ruth Pulse. I'm the Honors Language Arts teacher and Gifted and Talented Facilitator at Monroe Middle School. I love building those relationships with the kids in those smaller programs and even in my classrooms and getting to know who they are. I love seeing the kids excited about learning something new, and I love seeing them go on and being successful later in life.
Greg Young Chevrolet. We do the deal.
I'll never forget that moment. As long as I live. My first call-up ever as a member of the National Guard.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires. They were getting dangerously close to homes.
Helicopters were going out to drop water on the fires.
Guys in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews.
At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Nebraska National Guard, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The heat is on the street. Inside your head.
Tradition rich, Omaha proud. Omaha Lancers, USHL. 402-344-PUCK. Find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter.
The pressure's high. Just to stay alive. 'Cause the heat is on.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Get ready to rumble!
Pump up the jam, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it up.
Y'all ready for this?
I like to move it, move it. 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 Give it up, go.
Welcome to the big show. Simply wait.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Pump up the jam. Pump up the jam. Pump up the jam. Pump up the jam. Jam. Pump it up.
At the 25, breaks a couple of tackles. Headlock on go! Headlock on go! He could go all the way!
Hey, you, get out of our way because today is the day we will put you away.
It's fun to stay in the YMCA. It's fun to stay in the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. Let's get ready to rumble. Simply en fuego.
Yeah. They must be professional. They're professionals.
Who will inspire the student from Kearney to go to college and become a life-saving surgeon at the University of Nebraska Medical Center? Her 5th grade public school teacher. Behind every great student is a great teacher.
My teacher is amazing.
The 28,000 members of the Nebraska State Education Association, shaping the future of Nebraska.
This message, sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Satoff Law Group. Get the right team. Contact us today. 402-333-8488.
Top of the morning to you. This is Fightin' O'Leary, and you're listening to Junior Lancer Radio Network.
Blast it!
Coming up next.
We're back live at the Ralston Arena, getting ready for the drop of the puck in this tilt versus the Quad City Blues and the Omaha Junior Lancers.
Well, Mike, just kind of waiting here for the lineups to start. We didn't receive starting lineups in the beginning, and we thought that we had an idea who was starting. It looks like Gareth Lewis is going to start in net for the Omaha Junior Lancers. It looks like the Mercier line is going to start up here. So you've got Larry Mercier at center, Dominic Zambuto at left wing, and Jacob Berkowitz at right wing. And on defense, Noah Payton and Alex Deptula shoring up the D side. And those starting lineups are brought to you by Satoff Law. Get the right team.
Sounds good. We're getting ready to get this tilt underway. The players have approached the center ice face-off circle. Larry Mercier will be taking the draw against number 21, Peter Sakalovsky.
We're expecting a quick start today, Mike, and hopefully the boys don't disappoint.
Back at home after 2 weeks on the road. And we're ready to start this. Puck is dropped. It falls back into the Quad City end. Defenseman tries to play the puck out, and we have an offsides. Omaha just a little quick dumping the puck in, and Dominic Zambuto had not vacated the zone. So where this draw is going to be on the left wing side of the Omaha offensive end, right just outside of neutral ice. Puck is dumped in. Zambuto on it, chasing it into the corner, wrapping around out front. Tries to hit Mercer, misses with the pass. Puck is wrapped around, and defenseman drops it back into the corner, and now Quad Cities with control coming out into neutral ice. Noah Payton with that dump in. Quad City handling the puck behind the Omaha cage, and they slip it in.
Hey, Mike, we talked early in pregame about this team. They're an 0-1 team, but you can't take them lightly. And this goalie for Quad Cities, Ian Mudd, looking at the records already for this year, he's got the top 6 records for the most saves already so far in the season.
He's a quality goaltender, and that play resulted in the puck coming through neutral ice on a rush. It was dumped into the right wing corner, wrapped around from behind the net, and basically he just threw it in front of the net and beat Gareth. Puck is dropped to center ice now back into the Omaha offensive zone. Quad City trying to muster breakout on the half wall. Now to the bottom of the circles, puck's rotated from low in the zone to high in the zone. Number 3, Franzen, dumps it back into the far corner, left wing side. Now playing the puck along the half wall, on the left wing side, the Omaha offensive end. Just to the glove side of the Quad City netminder. Puck out to Jacob Petrie, gets a shot wide of the net. Comes back to him on the half wall, able to keep the puck in. Now peeled off his stick by a Quad City defender, and he sends the puck the length of the ice for an icing call. This draw will come back to the Quad City zone and will be faced off just to the glove side of number 31, Ian Mudd, who is quite a good goaltender.
Absolutely, and hopefully we get to test him quite a few times today.
Shot off the draw. by Eggers, correction, into the corner. Comes up the half wall. Kraus pinching in. Now the puck gets deposited behind the cage, the Quad City cage. Up the half wall, ring around the corner. Played by number 6, Jackson Gould. Gould loses the handle. Comes out to Rhines. Rhines dumps it back in and wraps around. Strong side to weak side. Now on the left wing side, half wall. Price with it. Loses the puck. It comes out into neutral ice where Kraus picks it up to Rhines. Tries to hit Price with an indirect pass, and it goes into the Quad City Blues end. Now the puck's dumped back in. The Blues retreating, and the Lancers on a line change. Forechecking in the corner as Angelo Perry comes out, gets stripped of the puck. Quad City on the rush. 2-on-2. Dumps it into the zone. Noah Payton on the retreat. Goes D-to-D to Deptula. Deptula behind the net. Brings it back up to the half wall and finds Corey Ellers into the zone. Gets a shot on goal. Save by Mudd. Deptula now with it. Chips it over into the corner for Ellers. Ellers into the zone. Puck's wrapped around. Gage Bernard with it. Puck comes out in front of the net. Bernard now on the half wall. Back to Payton. Payton at the point. Drives it in. And another save by Mudd. He covers up, and this draw will be in the Quad City defensive zone.
Yeah, the Lancers are making a change on this stoppage of play, but Mudd, wow, he's already had a few shots on him, 6 shots already in this game, and he's looked pretty solid.
Mercier line is out right now, just to the glove side. It would be the right wing side of the Omaha attacking end. Wins the draw. Draw goes right into Mudd, and he covers up for another faceoff. This faceoff will happen to the same side on the glove side of Mudd. Drawn back. Mercier with a win. Zambuda on the forecheck. Wins the puck around to the weak side. Now Berkowitz with it. Back to Zambuda on a given goal. He gets a shot and it just goes over the top of the net. Comes back around. Omaha with control right now. Good hit on Berkowitz. Zambuda with it, trying to feed the puck to the net front. Mercier supporting him. Working the cycle to Mercier. Mercier gets a shot on goal. Zambuda's there.
Got to get that rebound.
Great save by Mudd. 2 quality opportunities there by Omaha, and the whistle has blown the play dead. It looks like there'll be a cross-checking penalty.
I didn't see quite who that was going against. I'm assuming maybe Quad City since it's in front of their net.
Quad City, number 17, Taylor Corey. Off for 2-minute minor. Cross-checking. This will give Omaha the Associated Fire Protection power play at 10:09 in the first period.
Let's hope they can get back on the board here and tie this game up.
Draws one by Omaha. Fed down into the corner. Perry on it. Dishes it back to Kobe Alexander. Jackson Gould on it now, and the puck leaves the playing surface. This face-off again will be to the glove side of Ian Mudd.
Looks like they're bringing it out.
They're bringing it out. Yep, it's coming out of the zone. It's going to be at neutral ice, just in front of the Quad City bench. On the draw, Perry runs the draw to the Quad City defensive zone. Kobe Alexander on the forecheck. Rolls the puck in front to Jackson Gould. The puck had hit Mudd, and he didn't even know he had it. It rolled off his shoulder and in front of the net into the crease. Puck is still in play. Now he covers up.
What an opportunity, and Omaha just couldn't capitalize. He was laying there for a few seconds before Omaha realized where it was at and before Mudd realized where it was at.
Odd chain of events right there. The draw was won. The puck went in the corner, came back out net front. The shot was taken, and Mudd didn't know that he had made the stop. Didn't feel the puck, and it just kind of rolled out from him, and the play was kept alive. Drawn back now to the Omaha point. Puck's in the corner. Zambuda with it. Wielding in the corner, back behind the Quad City cage. Berkowitz now with it. Forechecking in the left wing corner at the bottom of the circle. Zambuda wins the puck, draws it out of that end, and fights for it behind the Quad City cage. Quad City clears. Omaha on the retreat. Rhines will pick up the puck. Looking for an outlet pass, finds Kraus. Kraus is looking back at Rhines. Retreats, comes out, makes a pass into neutral ice to Zambuto right on the tape. Zambuto into the zone. Back into the corner, left wing corner is Dominic Zambuto. Shot from Larry Mercier. And a cover up and great save by Ian Mudd.
You know, right now, Omaha's making Ian look pretty decent. Not saying he's not a good goalie, but they're putting those shots right in his belly where it's an easy save for him.
Well, he's kind of a stand-up angle guy and takes up some net, and he comes out and challenges, and most of those shots are right into his breadbasket.
Absolutely. It looks like he's got an equipment issue going on here. He just dropped his blocker and walked out to the referee, and maybe a net issue.
I think the net is coming dislodged. This draw will be to Mudd's blocker side. Tanner Eggers on the draw. Wins the draw back to Deptula. Deptula with a shot from the point. And Mudd makes a great save.
Omaha's got to get traffic in front of the net if they expect those types of shots to work for them. It's like the parting of the Red Sea. Deptula gets the puck and everybody clears.
Yeah, and Ian Mudd is able to see that directly from the point. Another point pass goes D to D. Noah Payton with a shot. Mudd with a save. Back to the point. And redirected out of the arena here, went into the Quad City bench.
Yeah, that's going to be a face-off just to the right of, or left of Ian Mudd.
Eggers back on the draw. Puck is dropped. Dropped back to Alex Deptula. Indirect off the glass behind Eggers. He moves it to Jacob Petrie. Back to Eggers behind the cage. Eggers looking net front. Puck comes out. Payton now with it. Back down to Petrie on the half wall in the corner. The bottom of the circle tries to hit. Ian Price. Shot from the half wall and Mudd with a save.
Looks like Quad City just exited the penalty box, so we're at even strength.
Team skating even strength at 8:05 in the first period. With the Bulls lead 1-0. This draw will be to the blocker side of Ian Mudd in the Quad City defensive zone on the left wing circle. Puck is dropped. Barry wins the draw. Back behind the Quad City cage. Ellers on the half wall with a forecheck, picks it up behind the net. Looking for a pass, looking for someone to break, comes around the top of the circle, gets a shot on goal. Mudd with a save. Angelo Perry comes out net front and cannot capitalize on another opportunity. The puck is dumped in the far corner. Franzen with a nice pinch. Keeping the puck in the zone. Quad City having difficulty getting out now. Now into neutral ice. We've got Gage Bernard forechecking on the half wall. Puck gets dumped back into the Omaha end, and Noah Franzen picking up behind the Omaha cage and moving the puck out into the high neutral ice area. Now back D to D is Quad City in their own zone and moving up into neutral ice. Puck is dumped into the right wing corner. That's Evan Roth on the forecheck. He tries to move the puck up. Jackson Gould takes it and dumps it into the Quad City zone. Quad City defender plays it up the half wall and they're out. Into neutral ice. Omaha on the line change. Puck just inside the Omaha defensive blue line. Kobe Alexander now with it. Tries to make a cross-ice pass, deflected off a Quad City player and into neutral ice. Fanned on a pass there. Omaha on the forecheck, pressuring. The physical play has not really begun yet. Not a lot of finished checks.
Absolutely, and Omaha sometimes if they get a physical game going, and they're gonna control the play a little better.
Puck was thrown to the Quad City end from just about 10 feet outside the red line. Icing was waved. And now Omaha's on the forecheck. Puck wing up the half wall. Tries to do a bump transition pass. Quad City blue, and it comes back in. Kobe Alexander forechecking on the right wing corner. Now behind the half wall is Jacob Petrie. Petrie gets taken out of the play. And the puck gets back around. Puck's moved to Alex Rhines. Rhines takes a shot from the point, and Mudd covers up.
That was a nice shot from the point by Alex Rhines there. Just trying to get it on net and see what happens there.
Omaha's getting the quality, I shouldn't say quality shots, they're getting shots, but so far the Blues have been able to defend their end pretty well.
Absolutely, and hopefully the peppering of shots on Ian Mudd will start to pay off.
Puck is drawn back. Omaha with it now, gets another shot on goal. Mudd with a great save, a quick opportunity from below the faceoff circle. Blues claw the puck back into the Omaha end, and we'll have an icing. This puck will come back to the Quad City defensive zone and be faced off on the Omaha attacking left wing faceoff circle, just to the blocker side of Ian Mudd. Puck is dropped. Mercier wins the draw back. Defender is not held in, and puck comes out into neutral ice. Berkowitz dumps the puck in, back to a Blues defender. Now in neutral ice, puck is dumped into the Omaha zone. Deptula with it now. Coming around behind the net into the strong side corner. Moves the puck up to Berkowitz. Berkowitz is coming from neutral ice with some speed. He's looking for someone to pass it to. Moves it net front and gets a good scoring opportunity. Over the save, makes another save. Deptula with another shot on a redirect. And another save by Ian Mudd. 3 quality opportunities there by Omaha and shut out by Ian Mudd.
What an opportunity there that Omaha had, and couldn't capitalize on it, but certainly made Ian Mudd work for those saves.
Great goaltending on the Quad City end.
Absolutely.
Sophomore goaltender from Moline, Ian Mudd. Faced off Tanner Egger with a win. Comes back into the corner now. Now the Blues with it. Dumped back in by Franzen. Franzen to Eggers. Eggers wins the puck net front. Price with an attempt to redirect it. Rolled in behind the net. And Price. Colin Price, I'm sorry. The puck is off the playing surface right into the Quad City's end. There's a lot of good pressure right now, and forecheck is very good.
Absolutely, and the coach has made some line changes here in the last couple of weeks to try and hopefully even out and balance out those lines, and I think they might have found the combination they wanted. Now we can just get that chemistry going.
Eggers with the draw. The puck is drawn back into the Omaha end, and Evan Roth now retreating with it. Setting up behind the Omaha cage, moves it out. Moves it to Jackson Gould, moves it to Price. Price coming into the zone, finds Eggers. Eggers with a shot. Wood with a save. Back to Eggers. Puck still in play. Price behind the net. Net front. That puck came right out into the blue paint.
Do we have a penalty on the play?
And we have a penalty that's blown this play down. And I believe this one's going against the Blues as well.
Wow, what an opportunity Omaha's had. Right now they're out shooting Quad City 12-1.
Mason Chin, number 11, one of Quad City's top players, takes a 2-minute minor penalty at 3:57 left in the first period.
We'll see if Omaha can capitalize on this associated fire protection power play, Mike.
Mercier on the draw, just to the blocker side of Mudd. Left wing face-off circle for Omaha.
Looks like there might be some discussion at the Blues bench. Not sure what they're discussing. Must be a 2 and a 10 assessed.
Don't hold the call. I can probably pick it up off point streak here, but
yeah, absolutely. Once that's available, I'll let you know.
Sounds good, Mike. Draw taken back into the Omaha end. Omaha regrouping, moves the puck up to Zambudo. Zambudo's turning into neutral ice zone with some speed. Coming into the zone, trying to set up the power play. Zambudo winning the corner, coming out, getting a shot. And another save by Mudd, and another save after the puck came out and Berkowitz found it on his tape and put another shot on him. Puck was covered up, and now this draw will be in the Quad City zone.
Just a quick update, Mike. Mason Chin did receive a 2-minute check from behind with a 10-minute misconduct on that play.
There you have it. Omaha with 1:39 left on this power play with 4:36 left in the first period. Puck is dropped. Mercier wins. Back to Deptula. Deptula taking a look. Man in front.
Nice screen shot there.
Finally got a screen in front of Mudd. Blues take possession and dump it back into the Omaha zone. Noah Payton on the retreat. Picks up the puck behind the Omaha cage. Comes out. Finds Mercer, who moves it over to Deptula. Deptula looking for Berkowitz in the neutral ice. Moves it back to Peyton. Peyton coming into the Blues end. Navigating behind the cage. Comes out front. Tries to get a shot. Comes out to Berkowitz, and Berkowitz gets another shot on goal. Back to Peyton. Peyton taking a look. Trying to get traffic in front of Ned. Back to Peyton. Peyton coming down the half wall. Back behind the net. He's got Berkowitz. Berkowitz tries to fan a shot. It's blocked by the Quad City defender. Wet front. It goes across the ice and into the weak side corner. Now on the half wall. Peyton still with it. Dumps it back in. Now the puck is cleared. And Deptula comes from behind the Omaha cage. Taking a look. Everybody on a change. Deptula with some speed. He's negotiating into neutral ice. Gains the red line. Makes a move. Still has the puck. Puts a shot across the net front. No one home. Now the puck leaves the zone. Kobe Alexander on it. Moves it over to Zach Krause. Krause plays it back to Alexander, and Alexander gaining the Quad City end. Gets a shot. Mudd with a save and a cover-up. And the teams are even strength now with 1:56 left in this period.
Shots at this point are 14-1 for Omaha, Mike. They've eventually got to chink that armor that Mudd has presented to them.
Yeah, I think so with that many shots. So we'll see what happens here going into the next period. Still got a minute 56 left in this with the Blues 1-0 lead. Face-off drawn back by Angelo Perry over to Krause. Krause with a redirect right into the high slot area. Puck comes back around the half wall and out. Krause with it now. Goes day to day in the Omaha zone. Puck is dumped in. Angelo Perry on it, and it's going to be blown dead for icing. This puck will come back to the Omaha defensive zone and be faced off just to the blocker side of Derek Lewis.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here, and you're listening to Omaha Junior Lancer Radio Network.
This draw is going to be taken by Gage Bernard. Puck comes out to the half wall, poked away. Now on neutral ice. Jacob Petrie on the chase to Ellers. He tries to get a shot on goal. We're down in the Quad City end right now. Puck is fanned on by Rhines. Ryan gets put down on a good finish check. Now Sokolowski in neutral ice. Puck stripped away. Bernard with it. Gets a shot. Blocked. Petrie forechecking. Puck comes down in neutral ice to Noah Franson. Noah tries to play it up for Petrie. Petrie gains control. Comes to the blue line. Takes a shot on goal. Comes off the Quad City defender. And we have a whistle.
Was that just a hand puck then?
I think it was a hand pass.
Hand pass, yeah.
Yes, this draw should be outside the Quad City zone.
And the linesman is bringing it straight out.
Yes. Just outside the Quad City defensive blue line on the left wing side of the attacking Omaha Junior Lancers. Puck one by Omaha. Back to Jackson Gold. Tries to dump it in. Gets blocked. Still in neutral ice. Quad City picks up the puck and dumps it down into the right wing corner. Gareth Lewis plays it out. Loses control. We lose control in our end here. Now Price gains the zone to Tanner Eggers. Eggers tries to make a pass over to Price. Price gains the... Looks like we have a delayed call offsides on Omaha. 14 seconds left in this first period. Quad City Blues 1. Omaha Junior Lancers 0. Drawing neutral ice. Larry Mercier coming in. Puck gets one back to the Quad City Blues zone. Deptula now with it. Goes D to D to Peyton. Peyton moves it up to Zambuto. Zambuto loses the handle. Quad City picks it up in neutral ice. And there sounds the horn for the first period of play. Quad City Blues 1, Omaha Junior Lancers nothing. You're listening to the Omaha Junior Lancers Hockey Network.
everywhere.
Off the Bench Sports Gear. New used hockey gear sanitizing, skate sharpening, and much, much more. 5413 South 72nd Street, just southeast of Ralston Arena. 402-339-1895. www.offthebenchsportsgear.com.
At Sid Dillon Chevrolet, certain words mean everything to us.
Service, selection.
Plus over 3,000 vehicles at SidDillon.com.
A lot has changed since I opened the first dealership, but one thing remains constant.
The Sid Dillon team is committed to you. You have our word on it.
Because we have our name on it.
Sid Dillon.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here, and you're listening to Omaha Junior Lancer Radio Network.
Blast it!
Coming up next. Street Shoes.
Welcome back to the Ralston Arena. Let's check up on our out-of-town scoreboard.
Right now, we've only got one game here, Mike, in play, and other than our own, and that is the Cedar Rapids and Sioux City game at the varsity level, and right now you've got a 0 score.
Play underway. Larry Mercer with a puck crosses into the Quad City Blues end and gets a shot on goal. Mudd with a save. Puck is loose, and Omaha scores! Nice. 13:35 of the second period. Omaha ties this game up. And we have the Teddy Bear toss. It's a little challenging here for the Teddy Bear toss because there's about a 12-foot net, protective net, that the folks have to toss the Teddy Bears over.
It's the thought that counts.
That's right. They'll all get over there at one point or another.
I can't wait to see the varsity game, Mike. I had a varsity player. He has a little sister that's about 4 or 5 years old, and she's got 8 bags of bears and toys to toss.
Oh, my goodness.
It should be fun in that game, too.
It's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
Teddy Bears still flowing. 13:35 of the second period, and Omaha's tied this game 1-1. We'll get the scoring summary as soon as it's announced here. Nice play from behind the...
and the Bears are still flying.
Yes. Nice play by Omaha from behind the Quad City cage. Larry Mercer wins the draw, coming into the zone, straight down the slot area. And puck went strong side to weak side and came back around and was buried. We'll get you the score in just a few. The Teddy Bears are being retrieved. And we're at the face-off circle. Puck is dropped. Angelo Perry wins the draw back to Noah Payton. Payton moves the puck out to Perry. Perry indirect passes back over to Kobe Alexander, who gives it right back to Perry, who comes into the zone and makes a great shot on Mudd. Now the puck comes out into neutral ice. Deptula with it, moves it up to Alexander. Alexander dumps it into the Quad City zone. For Omaha at 13:35 was number 22, Berkowitz. For Mercier and
Zambuto. Yes. It's that line again.
The one that lights the lamp.
And they're doing it again.
Puck dropped back into Quad City zone. Quad City goes D to D, coming up the half wall. Throws it out into neutral ice. Alex Rhines there. Picks the puck up, dumps it back in. Quad City once again throws the puck into neutral ice. That breakout is not necessarily working very well for the Blues. Alexander with a nifty move, beats the defender, makes a nice move, in and out. Comes into the zone, looking for someone. Puck comes out and will go back into the Omaha end. And we have an icing.
I think right now Quad City is just kind of trying to buy themselves time. If they get in trouble, their coaches have instructed them, just get rid of it. Doesn't matter. Ice the puck. You're not hurting anybody. You're helping yourselves. Get rid of it.
I mean, too, Mike, in pro hockey and junior hockey, college hockey, defensemen try to wing the puck off the glass into neutral ice as part of a breakout. And usually there's players there to pick the puck up. But that pass is coming out indirectly, and the Quad City forwards are not able to get into neutral ice quickly enough to make a play.
Absolutely, and it's not working out for them quite as well as they might hope.
Yeah, it just comes back to the Omaha defensemen where they go D to D and right back in on the attack. Puck came out. We run the Omaha runs the draw back to Noah Franzen. Franzen gets a shot on goal. It's blocked. And a shot comes in as the Quad City Blues gain control and come in.
High stick penalty called.
They come into the Omaha end and makes the save by Gareth Lewis-Ryder. We have a penalty here. High sticking. So Kevin Ross going out. 2 minutes for high sticking. Minor penalty with 12:22 left in this second period. Omaha one man down.
Well, we talked in past weeks on how dangerous this Omaha team can be when they're shorthanded. You know, we get the extra ice and so forth. Hopefully in this shorthanded associated fire protection, shorthanded play, we can see some of that.
Omaha gains control of the faceoff, dumps the puck into the Quad City end. Number 6, Jackson Gould on the puck, plays it out of the corner. Omaha on the attack, even shorthanded. Gould behind the net, forcing the Quad City defender. He coughs up the puck, swings it around the opposite side, and now Alexander Jackson Gould, correction, with a big hit. Gains control. Deptula coming into the zone with good speed. Dumps the puck in right on the tape of Tanner Eggers. He's good now with it in the corner. Omaha short-handed. We have a play in front of the Quad City zone. I couldn't see who. Zambuto got a shot on net, and the save was made. And the cover-up by Mudd.
Yeah, these Omaha coaches try to employ an aggressive attack on their penalty kill when they can. Depending upon teams are playing, you know, either passive or aggressive. Today it looks like they've employed the aggressive attack.
Zambuto with a draw. Wins a draw back. Puck comes out into neutral ice. Ryan's now with it. Dumps the puck back in. 1:06 left on this power play. For the Blues. Omaha short-handed. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Colin Price with it, dumps it back into the weak side corner. The Blues having a tough time breaking out here. Blues come out, dump the puck into the corner. Blues with control now, they just keep dumping the puck in front of the Omaha net. Another play in front of the Omaha net. Krause with it. Backhands it over the defenders into neutral ice and going into the Quad City Blue end. Price now on the forecheck. In the corner, wagging time. 19 seconds left on this kill.
They're doing an excellent job killing this penalty off, Mike.
Blues now to neutral ice. Ransom goes offside.
Good call, good call.
And the puck will be blown dead and brought out into neutral ice for a face-off.
Linesman Arndt was on top of that line and made the right call there. Was the Quad City's player tried to drag his foot across, and as he was dragging, he lifted it and caused him to go offside.
I kind of overcommitted on that call, Mike. That was an offside whether he was going to call it or not.
That was the right call, right?
Yeah, personally, it was the right call for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Puck is dumped back in the Omaha zone. Deptula now with it. Behind the Omaha cage. Comes out. Quad City able to keep it in. Quad City loses the handle and back down to Deptula. Deptula now with it, moving it out. And he had Gage Bernard. If they could have connected, he would have been alone on a breakaway.
Gage tried to stretch that play out a little bit, and it was just missed on that pass.
He snuck out from the weak side half wall as Deptula was coming up it would be the Omaha's left wing side, and tried to fish the puck into neutral ice, but just led him by about 6 feet. Draws back down to Omaha end now. Puck goes up to Quad City Blue. Now played back. Bernard chasing it down into the Quad City defensive zone. Now Ehlers with it in the corner, just below the face-off circle.
Bernard just took a high hit from Quad City Blues. He's struggling to get up. He's making his way to the bench, though.
Puck still in the... Yep, now it comes out into neutral ice. Franzen now retreating, gains control, tries to move the puck up the half wall. Quad City now with it. And a shot from the half wall and a save by Gareth Lewis. boys get together now. Evan Roth and I believe number 13? Number 13, Zachary Ash. Kind of going at a little bit right in front of the Omaha cage. No penalties. This draw will be to the blocker side of Gareth Lewis Ryder. Mercier on the draw, wins the draw back. Puck has moved up the half wall to Berkowitz. Berkowitz to Zambudo. Zambudo looking. Dumps the puck into the Quad City zone. Berkowitz on the forecheck. Comes behind the net. Strong side to weak side. Shot by Zambudo. Still wheeling behind the net. Comes off the half wall, and we have a interference penalty. Blowing the play dead here.
I think that's on Omaha.
Number 37, Domzon. 2-minute minor for interference.
On his way to the box, into the sin bin.
9:11 left in the second period, a 1-1 tie. Zambudo off for 2 minutes. 2-minute minor for interference at the 9:11 mark. Omaha shorthanded again. Mercier on the draw with Berkowitz. Cross moves up into the left wing position, now dropping back. Berkowitz gains the puck, dumps it into the Quad City zone, and Mercier setting up in front of the Quad City cage. Omaha doing a good job of trapping, even with a man down here. The positional play is excellent on this penalty kill. And the previous one. Quad City now with it, moving the puck into neutral ice. Number 21, Peter Sokolowski with it, coming around the corner. He's a good player. He can skate. He comes around the net, makes a shot. And Gareth Lewis appears to have the puck covered, but no whistle.
Just taking a few seconds for the officials to blow that dead. Last couple of weekends, we were fortunate enough to have some really good officiating. Although some may beg to differ, I thought it was pretty good. We had the Larson family. We had Kyle, which is the Malaha head official in the region, and his two sons were refereeing, and good officiating. And I think the guys that are out here today are just as quality officials, and we're happy to have these guys in Omaha.
Yeah, so far so good. Good officiating in this game. Good game. A lot of end-to-end. Puck's dumped back into the Quad City zone. We have Jackson Gould on it. Comes back out. Deptula on it. Now dumps it back in. We're in the zone behind the Quad City cage, and on the forecheck is Eggers. Eggers comes out with a puck, and he gets hit from behind. No call. Puck gets rang around. Now it's chipped out into neutral ice. Quad City now with it. Dumps it in the Omaha end. Not really been able to set up a power play with 37 seconds left on this kill.
No, Omaha, again, even in this penalty kill, they're employing that aggressive attack again, and it's really tough for Quad Cities to take advantage of that. And like you said, not able to get set up in their zone or in the offensive zone and get the puck worked around.
I think right now the depth in players with Omaha and the speed that they have is really making a difference here. Puck's drawn back to the Quad City Blue defenseman. Corey Ehlers with a nice finished check, plays right through him. Puck comes down into the Quad City zone. Ehlers is on it. Ehlers comes behind the cage to the bottom of the face-off circle, still working the corner. Throws it out net front, and then that puck is moved into neutral ice. Now Deptula with it. Deptula dumps the puck back into the Quad City zone. Quad City defender now picking it up, moves it up the half wall. Indirect pass into neutral ice. Intercepted by Deptula, and Omaha is at full strength with 7:07 left in a 1-1 tie in the second period. Puck shot back into the Omaha zone. Peyton now with it, moves it up the half wall. Can't make the outlet pass. Back on the half wall. And there is a delayed penalty here.
Number 17, Corey, looks like he was taking exception. Must have something said or something with Connor, but he came up with a punch to the head, and Connor took a little exception to that, and Corey goes to the box.
Actually, that's Austin Ash.
Oh, sorry,
Zachary Ash. Yeah,
my bad.
But Taylor Corey and Ash have been involved in two plays here that resulted in really high their hands are high. Everything's coming up into the head area, which really isn't good form.
Absolutely not.
This draws a neutral ice. Angela Perry swats it down into the zone, Quad City zone, where Mudd plays it up the half wall. Now, Gould with it. Gould gets a shot, comes back out around, makes another play to Kirby Alexander. Just led him a little bit. Good scoring opportunity, but a shot was never taken. Another whistle on the play here as Omaha goes on the power play.
Net looks like it's off the moorings.
Ironically enough, the net in the Quad City end in the first period came off its moorings 3 times. Now he's in the opposite end, and it's already gone off the moorings twice.
Ironic.
Good coaching.
Absolutely.
Draws one back to Peyton. Peyton gets a shot, indirect, and a big save by Mudd. Puck comes out to Kirby Alexander, going in the slot area. Tries to move the puck to the defenseman, and it comes out, and Quad City is able to play the puck back into the Omaha end. Peyton now coming with speed, back around through his own end, behind his own cage, coming through neutral ice. He's got speed. He's coming into the zone. He's going to get a shot on goal here. He beats the defender. Noah Peyton.
Got to get somebody to the net with him, though.
Coast to coast on that play. Another shot comes from Evan Roth from the point. Roth now pinching in. I'm on the corner and a redirect. And Roth unable to get quality wood on that shot, and Mudd is able to cover up right in the slot area.
That was a nice give and go between Roth and Alexander in the corner, and Roth just couldn't pull the trigger quite enough there.
Really impressive, this Omaha JV team, with the quality IQ that some of these players have. Puck is now played by Berkowitz. Back out to Mercier, and he buries!
Little Larry.
The draw was won in the left wing corner. Berkowitz comes back, feeds the puck to Mercier, and Mercier finds the back of the net, and the lamp is lit, and it's 2-1 Omaha. That's a power play goal.
Absolutely, Associated Fire Protection power play, and this Omaha team, they've found the back of the net twice in the second period. They can't let up. They've got to put the pedal to the metal and keep pushing. Right now, they're out shooting 23-6 on Quad Cities.
Goodness, yeah. Draws one back now. Franzen dumps it in. Zambuto steals it in neutral ice, and he comes in unattested and gets a great shot on Mudd, and Mudd with a cover-up.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing about this Quad City team here, Mike, is the defense. They seem to sell out on their goalie every so often, and allowing opportunities like Zambuto just had.
I don't think the defensemen are real crafty, and they're not the best on their skates, so they have a tendency to funnel back toward the net, which gives Omaha a lot of gap to work with. Puck again, a one off the draw, shot by Jacob Petrie, and a cover-up by Mudd.
Jacob Petrie in the last couple of weeks, Mike, he's been on fire with putting that puck in the net, and seeing a good showing from Jacob, and hopefully that continues even here today.
I've noticed that, and I know Jacob has all the tools to become a quality scorer in this league. Puck is run into the Quad City zone. Omaha now with it. Eggers retreats back, passes it behind the net to Petrie. Petrie now cycles it back down to Eggers. Strong side corner, right wing corner for Omaha. Eggers now brings the puck back up top, finds Franzen. Franzen fishes it in. Petrie with a shot, and another shot. Got through.
That one in, didn't it?
It got through Mudd, but it looked like it hit the far side post and came out underneath him. I don't think it crossed the goal line.
That was pretty close, and that was another shot by Petrie from the corner.
That's right.
And that's something Neil and I talked about last week. Well, when we were out of the office here, and we talked about any shot on net is a good shot, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know if it's going to get deflected. The goalie's just going to misplay it. Throw a shot at the net. Good things will happen.
Omaha is really using a high to low, low to high philosophy right now, and they're moving the puck very well. That puck came from strong side to weak side and was almost buried. Puck still in. Now it's in neutral ice. Now dropping back to Kraus, who plays it up to Ellers on the Quad City blue line. Comes back out on a neutral ice, and Krause dumps it in. Omaha on the forecheck. Right wing corner below the face-off circle. Into the corner and up the half wall. Krause looking for a pinch. Rhines on the strong side point. Now the puck goes strong side to weak side on the left wing corner and dumped back in. Just behind the Quad City cage. Ellers from the forecheck. Comes out to Krause. Krause able to keep the puck in. Dumps it in to Gage Bernard. Bernard picks up the puck. And now the Quad City defense trying to break the puck out. Up the half wall. Into neutral ice. And Ash dumps the puck into the far end. Omaha now with it. Jacob Petrie coming into the Quad City zone. Gets a shot on net. Mudd with a save. Still has control behind the net. Quad City trying to ring it up the half wall on the strong side. Right wing side of the arena. Payton able to keep the puck in. Dumps it into the corner. Comes out behind the net. Petrie back there with it. Now up to Deptula. Deptula able to keep the puck in the zone. Angelo Perry with it. Makes a mate. Great play on a give and go to Petrie. Petrie gets a redirect and Mudd with a save. 2:47 left in the second period. 2-1 Omaha.
Yeah, the Omaha Junior Lancers right now, they're every shot they take is increasing their shot total, obviously. And right now they're out shooting Quad Cities 27-6.
It's amazing. Puck is won back into the Quad City zone below the face-off circles in their defensive end. Omaha now with it. Back out front. Another shot on goal. And a save.
They're certainly making Ian Mudd work for the saves today, Mike, and rightfully so. I mean, this is our home. Nobody should be owning us in our own barn.
Well, we're playing like it's our home, and that's a good thing to see. Mudd has been the difference maker. Draw won by Quad City. Puck comes out into neutral ice. And number 13, Zach Ash with it. Puck comes up to Sokolowski. Sokolowski gets a shot. Blocked by Deptula in the high slot. Mercier with it. Chips it out. Zambuto.
It's a race.
He's winning the race. He comes in on his strong side. He gets a shot and he scores! Dominic Zambuto picking up a puck in the neutral ice. Wins the race to the puck. Moves to his strong side forehand and top shelves it on Ian Mudd.
That was quite the race, Mike. He won it. He wanted it more than the other kid, and he buried it.
Beautiful play by Zambuto. Very opportunistic, heady player. Can't say enough about that kid. Put the puck up right at the red line. Beat the defender. Angled his shoulder in. Got position. Moved to the forehand and top shelved it. 2:11 left in this period. Omaha 3. Quad City Bulls 1. Draws 1. Quad City into the Omaha end. Gets a shot on a screen. And Gareth Lewis Ryder with a save. Glove save.
They gave that one to Dominic unassisted. There may be assists added. If that changes, we'll update it. But as of right now, Dominic Zambuto gets that goal unassisted.
I thought Caton had moved the puck up, but
if it changes, we'll update.
Sounds good. Draws 1 by Quad City. Quad City now with it on one left wing circle. Playing below the dot. Now wins it up to the point. Corey tries to go D to D. They drive the puck in, and Gareth Lewis Ryder with a save. 1:44 left in the second period. This draw will be to Gareth Lewis Ryder's glove side. That would be the Quad City Blues right wing face-off circle. Puck is dropped. Omaha wins the draw. Now Quad City with possession. Puck comes out to Omaha. Omaha tries for the clear. Comes to the Quad City point, and we dump the puck back in. Now working the half wall. Evan Ralph on it. The other thing Quad City is doing as far as checking is hands in the face. We'll go off for another penalty here with 1:23 left in the second period. Austin Wasilowski. 2-minute minor. And puts the Omaha Junior Lancers on the Omaha Associated Fire Protection power play. Zambudo now with it on the half wall in neutral ice. Mercier dumps the puck in on the forecheck. Trying to establish that power play. Mercier controlling the puck. Goes to the point, moves it D to Peyton. Peyton now with it. Gets a shot on goal. Wide of the net. Deptula now with it. He gets a shot. Mercier comes out with a puck. Wings it back around on the cycle to Zambudo. Zambudo looking, dishes it to Berkowitz. Berkowitz behind the Quad City cage. Puck comes out in front. And Omaha scores again with a great play from strong side to weak side. Omaha 4, Blues 1. It looked like Zambudo picked the puck up on the strong side post and dished it across to, I believe it was Berkowitz.
Looks like Berkowitz, right? That's what I was going to say. And, this line is proving their worth again yet today.
This line has been very successful this season. That combination of those three players is just a perfect mix. And they're all different types of players.
Apparently we have some leftover Bears that are making their way to the ice.
Oh, I see. Some late Bears.
We may have to make an announcement to hold the Bears till the varsity game. We don't want to slow things down.
Yeah.
We'll make an announcement in between periods.
Mercier is a great little playmaker, a heady centerman, good puck skills, great skater, smart. Zambudo is a grinding type player, but he's got good skill, and he's like I've said it before, I think his best attribute is the way he thinks the game. He's just a really smart and a kid with a good hockey IQ.
Absolutely. It looks like Mercier got his stick on there with assists going to Zambudo and Berkowitz.
There we go. Omaha still controlling the play right now. Krause trips over the blue line and the Blues in 2-on-1, but a great play by Alex Rhines blocking a 2-on-1 strong side to weak side pass. Ehlers now with it, just gaining the zone, and the puck is flipped out of the playing surface. 3.3 seconds left in this one, second period. Omaha has exploded to a 4-1 lead.
Well, coming up in the second intermission, Mike, we're hoping that varsity player Cody Walters can join us here in between periods, and we'll check out our town scoreboards as they exist this afternoon.
Sounds good, Mike. Puck is dropped. Omaha wins the draw. Gage Bernard with a shot, and the run goes, ending the second period of play with the Omaha Junior Lancers 4 and the Quad City Blues 1. You're listening to the Omaha Junior Lancers Hockey Network.
Don't go anywhere.
Olden House Contracting. Custom-built impressions. At Olden House Contracting, our specialty is transforming homes and leaving lasting impressions. Through quality craftsmanship and courageous design, we'll bring your vision to life. Contact us today. 402-573-8125, oldenhousecontracting.com. Oscar's Pizza and Sports Grill, proud supporters of the Omaha Junior Lancer High School Hockey Program. To carry out, 402-758-1910. Oscar's Pizza, home with the Big O.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
It was a moment.
It was a moment that changed my life.
We looked down from the chopper and saw the whole area was flooded.
At that moment, it really hit me. This is why I joined the Guard.
People had gone up to the rooftops to escape the rising waters.
Talk about intense moments. We had to lower the guys on line some 30 feet down.
This is where teamwork and training really paid off.
It took steady nerves and steady hands for the chopper pilots to hover like that.
No question, Guard pilots are the best in the world.
I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life.
What could be better than serving the people of my hometown?
In the National Guard, you serve your community as well as your country while you work or attend college. In return, you gain skills in which you can build a career and receive benefits that can help you pay for college. Learn more about what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Nebraska National Guard, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Foster parents are good people.
Foster care benefited me in a lot of ways. It opened up my eyes to see where I wanted to go to in the future. Someone that I barely knew was opening her arms and her home to me. That was when I knew there are good people out there.
Foster parents are needed all across Nebraska. Please call 1-800-7PARENT. Open your heart and home to a child today. Sponsored by the Department of Health and Human Services and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The heat is on the street. Inside your head.
Tradition rich, Omaha proud. Omaha Lancers, USHL. 402-344-PUCK. Find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter.
Pressure's high. Just to stay alive. 'Cause the heat is on.
Come on.
So they had them apple bottom jean boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shorty got load. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. Turned around and gave that big booty a smash. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shorty got load.
I ain't never seen nothing that'll make me go this crazy on night spinning my dough. Had $1 million vibe in the body to go. Them birthday cakes, they stole the show. So sexual, she was flexible, professional, drinking Xano. Hold up, wait a minute, do I see what I think I will? Did a thing I seen, sure they get low. Ain't the same when it's up that close. Make it rain, I'm making it snow. Work the pole, I got the bang bro. I'ma say that I prefer them no clothes. I'm into that, I love women exposed. She threw it back at me, I gave her more. Cash ain't a problem, I know where it goes. She had them
apple bottom jean boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shorty got load. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. Turned around and gave that big booty a smash. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shorty got load.
Shorty, what I gotta do to get you home? My jeans full of guap and they ready for shows. Cadillacs Maybach for the sexy grown. Patron on the rocks that'll make you moan. 1 stack, come on. 2 stacks, come on. 3 stacks, come on. Now that's $3 grand. What you think I'm playing? Baby girl, I'm the man. I ain't been a rubber band. That's what I told her. Her legs on my shoulder. I knew it was over. That Henny and Cola got me like a soldier. She ready for Rover. I couldn't control her. So lucky on me, I was just like a clover. Shorty was hot like a toaster. Sorry, but I had to fold her like a pornography poster. She showed her
apple bottom jean boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shorty got load. Them baggy sweatpants
of the morning to you. This is Fightin' O'Leary, and you're listening to Junior Lancer Radio Network.
Margarita's Mexican Restaurant, 4915 South 72nd Street, Omaha, Nebraska, 402-393-7515. Open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10:30. Proud supporters of the Omaha Junior Lancers. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here, and you're listening to Omaha Junior Lancer Radio Network.
Blast it! Coming up next. Straight Shoots.
And we're back here live at the Ralston Arena in between periods of the second and third period here. And we were expecting varsity player Cody Walters to join us, and it looks like he got a little radio shy.
Stage fright.
Stage fright, exactly. So unfortunately he will not join us today, and we'll just kind of go right back into the Midwest High School League out-of-town scoreboard. And other games on tap right now, we have Cedar Rapids varsity and Sioux City varsity game going on. And right now, that game is 1-0 for Sioux City. And the only other game going on is our game. And your Omaha Junior Lancers lead the Quad City Blues 4-1 after 2.
Kind of a light day early. Most of the games are this evening, I'm assuming, in the league.
Yeah, they're a little later today. We have had quite a few games this week, though, within the Midwest High School League. Starting Tuesday night, there's been games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now again Saturday, and we'll have more tomorrow.
I know Waterloo and was it Dubuque?
They met twice this week, and that was they ended up splitting the week. It was quite the tilt. Tuesday night they met in Waterloo, and Waterloo pulled up the upset. I don't know if it's the upset, but they pulled off the win 4-2. And I talked to Larry Netter from Dubuque about that game, and he's pretty calm, soft-spoken, not much to complain about, but he said there were some questionable calls that happened late in the game that caused it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dubuque was down 2-1. They tied it up 48 seconds left in that game, and pilfered it away, and Waterloo came out on the upper winning end.
Well, the interesting dynamic in Waterloo, it's a smaller community, the coaching staff there with the Midwest High School team is very active in the hockey community, along with all the guys that officiate, and it's kind of a tight-knit family. So
sure.
Those guys all have to live together, so to speak, and so you always worry about the issues with officiating in situations like that. I hate to say it,
Sure.
but that's a dynamic that comes into play.
Nope, absolutely. And we're going to have our own opportunity to visit Waterloo in January 3rd and 4th, I believe, are the dates, and right after Christmas. And we'll get to see what kind of team Waterloo brings and presents.
That's always a nice trip to Waterloo. They have a nice facility there. The hotels are very close to it, a walking distance, really, and it's always a good time in the winter there.
Oh, for sure. And, so the second game, they met up on Thursday night, and Dubuque came out, guns a-blazing, and they dropped Waterloo for 5-1.
Interesting. Interesting.
So I think barring maybe Dubuque was correct in saying that barring a few officiating snafus, Dubuque maybe should have came out and won both games. But that's why you play it on the ice.
That's right.
You know what? You've got to be better than that next guy, better than the officiating that's going on out there, and if you're a good enough team, you'll rise above it.
Well, we're back live for this one. Start of the third period. Omaha Lancers, Junior Lancers 4, Quad City Blues 1. And the teams are getting together here. The neutral ice face-off circle.
Shots, Mike, at the end of 2 for the JV team was Omaha 31, Quad City Blues 7. So Quad City did jack up the shots a little bit, got a few more on there. I don't know how quality they were, but Omaha is certainly taken to them in the amount of shots.
Game's underway, and the puck's drawn back to Berkowitz. Berkowitz drops it back to Peyton. Peyton moves it up, tries to hit Mercier in neutral ice. Leads him a little bit too much. Zambudo now with it. Zambudo on a quick transition, trying to gain the zone. Drops it off to Mercier. Mercier loses the handle. Berkowitz now with it. Zambudo gains control and drops it back into the Quad City zone on the half wall now, just below the face-off circles. Mercier with it, and a shot on goal. Mercier with a shot, and Mudd with a save. Now the puck behind the Quad City cage. Berkowitz with it, plays it out to Peyton. Peyton from the point gets a shot off and goes wide of the net. Deptula now with it on the half wall, punching down into the corner below the dot. Mercier covers up top. Now Deptula comes back. Puck on the half wall. Left wing side for Omaha. Mercier gains control and throws it on across ice. Berkowitz now with it from behind the cage, gets a shot on a wraparound. Cannot convert. Comes back around to Domzoms. He puts it up to the Peyton at the point. Comes back down to Zambudo in the corner. Zambudo comes across the face-off dot and is stripped of the puck. Peyton now with a great pinch, dumping the puck back into the zone, and Mercier playing it behind the Quad City cage.
Omaha's getting a quick change in here. Filtering your guys off one by one.
Great control by Omaha right now. Puck comes out. Gage Bernard almost picks it up in the slot and gets a shot. Goes wide of the net. Quad City just merely trying to clear the puck and get a whistle.
That was an excellent change by Omaha, one by one coming out of the zone as they control the play in the Quad City zone, and they're able to get a full line change out.
The puck is still in the Quad City zone. Shot from Owen Connor from the point. Saved by Mudd. Still in the Quad City zone. Now the Quad City defender picks it up, moves it up the half wall. He tries to chip it out into neutral ice, which he does. Gage Bernard on it. Picks it up. Loses control. Stripped of the puck. Quad City winning the puck behind the Omaha end and tries to make a neutral ice, or a blue line pass, and comes out of neutral ice. Quad City dumps it back in on Force Rider and with the face-off in the Omaha zone. Defensive zone face-off with 11:36 of this final stanza of the JV game. Omaha 4, Quad City 1. This draw will be just outside of the Omaha defensive blue line on the Quad City left wing side of the ice. Quad City wins the draw, comes back in, dumps into the Omaha zone. Omaha dumps it back out into neutral ice. Now back into the Omaha zone. Franzen with it. Plays the puck up the half wall. Omaha indirects. Angelo Perry with it. Now chasing the puck is Kobe Alexander. Can't get to it. Batted around in neutral ice, and we have a whistle. I think it's going to be a hand pass here.
Yeah, they instead of dropping it down to a stick, he just kind of threw it out and tried to carry it up the ice, and the head official caught that.
This puck drop will be right in the center ice face-off circle. Or excuse me. Just to the Quad City right wing side of the face-off circle. One back to Omaha. Omaha plays it out on the neutral ice. Angelo Perry with it. Comes into the Quad City zone. Gets a shot on goal. Mud with a save. Perry picking up his own rebound. Comes up the half wall. Loses the handle. Not Quad City on the rush. Quad City player angled off by the Omaha defender as he wraps the puck behind the Omaha cage. Redirect shot. And a save by Gareth Lewis Ryder.
They got to get that puck out.
Great opportunity for Quad City right there. A lot of game left with 10:34 left in this one. Puck comes out to neutral ice and we have an offsides. This puck drop will be on the face-off dot just outside of the Omaha defensive zone on the Quad City right wing side of the ice. Ash in on the draw along with Taylor Eggers for Omaha. Puck is dropped. Eggers wins. Moves back to Deptula. Deptula goes D to Peyton. Peyton plays it out into neutral ice. Back to Peyton. Peyton finds Price. Colin Price on the weak side wing. He comes in. He picks up the puck. He gets a shot on goal. And saved by Ian Mudd. Great opportunity there. Omaha's done a great job today in this first game, going low to high and strong side to weak side. They're moving the puck extremely well. That puck came from Noah Peyton on the strong side, far side, found Colin Price on the weak side, just on the Quad City blue line. Face-off's taken back to Deptula, and he gets a shot on goal, and Mudd with a save.
Nice shot, almost got a tip in there on Mudd, but he got a glove on it.
I think the only way you beat this kid is get traffic in front of him. If he can't see it, he can't stop it. Face-off now to Mudd's blocker side. Eggers on the draw. Puck is dropped. Goes into the Quad City corner below the face-off circle. Puck is played out into neutral ice. Flies by Peyton down into the Omaha end. Now he goes D to Deptula. Deptula gaining it on the Quad City right wing board side. Plays it up the half wall into neutral ice. Chin now with it. Chin tries to play it. Eggers comes up with the puck. Eggers comes into the Quad City zone and is stripped. Puck's dumped back into the Omaha end, and we'll have an icing. 9:45 left in this third period. Omaha Lancers 4, Quad City Blues 1. This draw comes back to the Quad City defensive zone. It'll be just to the glove side of Ian Mudd. The Mercier line with left wing Dom Zambuto and Berkowitz on the right wing. Puck comes out. Now back down below the Quad City zone. Zambuto on the forecheck. Runs the puck up the half wall. Up to Evan Roth. Roth dumps it back in. Mercier in the corner with Zambuto looking for the give and go. Zambuto controlling the play. Below the face-off circle, moves it out to Berkowitz. Berkowitz loses the handle and he dumps it back in on the cycle to Zambuto. Zambuto sees Mercier and tries to move the puck to him. And it's blocked by the Quad City defender. Puck gets to the net. And Jacob Berkowitz backhands into a wide open net, and Ian Mudd able to squeeze across and make a big save. Now back to Evan Roth. Roth dumps the puck back in. Zambuto now with it. Right in front of the Quad City goalmouth. Mercier on the play. Quad City moving into the Omaha end. Shot wide of the net. Omaha now with it, gains control behind their own net. Coming out of their zone is Zambuto. Zambuto on neutral ice. Moving the puck. Dropping it back for Mercier. Mercier finds Noah Franzen. Franzen at the point. He gets picked up by a back-checking Quad City defender, and they come into the Omaha end. Now Cross with it. Cross out into neutral ice, finds Zambuto. Zambuto on the change. Cross now, as the puck came cross ice, he's coming into the zone. He's got good speed. He's looking. Tries to make a neutral ice or a offensive zone pass, and the puck is blocked by a Quad City defender. Now the puck's dumped back into the Omaha end. Omaha trying to break out. Quad City has control. Goes strong side to weak side. Can't find the handle. Omaha now picking up the puck. Owen Connor with it. Tries to move it up to Gage Bernard. Bernard dumps the puck back, and Omaha still in their D zone. Now the puck's played out. Connor now with it. Moving into neutral ice. He gets to his forehand side. He gets a shot on goal. And Mudd with a save with a blow-up.
Mudd wasn't quite sure where that puck had fallen after he made the initial save, and fortunate for him, it kind of dropped right in front of him.
He's had a couple today where it's like he doesn't feel the puck when it. And I always wondered about that as a player myself. That with all the goalie equipment, some of these shots. I mean, how would you even know if they hit you? You don't necessarily feel them.
Feel it,
you know
right?
what I mean?
No, absolutely. But some goalies have a good feel for the puck, and with their pads, and they know exactly where it's at.
Puck is winged back to Deptula. Deptula gets a shot on goal wide of the net. The puck rings around and out and down into the Omaha zone now. Quad City trying to establish a forecheck. Omaha gets possession, tries the indirect pass to Jacob Petrie, and he misses the handle, and they're back in. Quad City in the Omaha zone right now. Puck is thrown in the high slot area, intercepted by Peyton. Peyton tries to get neutral ice, and Quad City dumps it back in. Now we have Deptula up the half wall. Kobe Alexander with it. Finds Angelo Perry. Perry still with the puck down into the Quad City zone below the dot. On the left wing side. Can't find a play. Puck comes out into neutral ice. That's by Deptula. Sloppy play right now to neutral ice. Petrie picks it up and comes in and gets the Quad City zone. Tries to find a weak side Kobe Alexander. Lands him too much, and the puck comes out to neutral ice where Tanner Eggers dumps it back in. Quad City now, defender on the play, moving the puck into neutral ice. Comes into the Omaha zone, and
Omaha's just running a little bit here after that last shift. They took the puck to Quad Cities and then just kind of got flustered for some reason and lost focus.
They lose control of the puck, and Quad City brings it out into neutral ice, and Omaha dumps it into the Quad City zone, which results in an icing. And this will be brought back down to the face-off circle just to the glove side of Gareth Lewis. That would be the Quad City right wing face-off dot. Puck hits the half wall, comes to the point. Quad City player dumps the puck into the Omaha zone. Now Omaha up the dashboard and into neutral ice, and Evan Roth now with it. Nice move into neutral ice. Still with the puck, gets a shot on goal. Led with a save.
Loose.
Puck was loose.
Quad City defenders just in front of the net, batting the puck down, trying to get rid of it, and they almost put it in their own net.
Shot from the red line by Roy Franzen, right on net. Led with a save. We're on the forecheck now. Colin Price with it, dumps it, comes from the half wall, dumps it down into the strong side corner, and Quad City with the clear. Franzen now with it in the Omaha end, goes D to D on the reversal to Zach Krause. Krause tries to play it up into the high center area into neutral ice. Quad City now coming back into the Omaha zone. Omaha playing the puck out of the strong side corner, and the puck comes out, and Gareth Lewis covers it up.
Yeah, he's going to try and smother as many of those popping out from behind the net as possible from here on in. I mean, he usually does a good job, but right now, still a 4-1 lead, 4 minutes left in this game. He's going to try and smother what he can.
4:42, draws on the Quad City right wing face-off dot. Puck still in the Omaha zone. Mercier line out with Zambuto And Berkowitz. Puck gets wrapped around to Berkey. Berkey tries to play it into neutral ice. It's stripped away and dumped back into the Omaha zone. Now Zambudo retreating in to the strong side corner. Picks up the puck. Moves it up the half wall. Omaha trying for an indirect pass into neutral ice. Can't get it done. Quad City with the puck. And this might be a high stick.
Looked like linesman maybe called a hand pass.
Hand pass. There we go.
Well, I thought high stick at first as well. So
either way, it's coming out to the neutral ice faceoff circle. Quad City's right wing side of the ice. Omaha wins the draw. Berkowitz now with it. Gains the blue line. He's got Zambudo and Mercier with him. Puck gets shot and redirect by Zambudo right into the belly of Ian Mudd. He couldn't cover up and the play stays alive. Now into neutral ice. Payton with it. Finds Mercier. Mercier finds Zambudo. Springs Zambudo. He's coming in. He's gaining control. He's moving to his backhand side and gets a shot on net. Right of the net. Puck trips back into neutral ice. Payton now with it. Plays it up to Deptula. Deptula gains the line. He's got speed. He drops it back to Berkowitz. Nice play. Berkey with a nice move. Moves it over to Zambudo and a shot on goal and saved by Mudd. Comes back out to Noah Payton, where Payton gets a good shot into the traffic area in front of Mudd. Now Deptula into neutral ice with the puck. Gets stripped and the puck's dumped back into the Omaha zone as Omaha makes a line change. Payton now with it. 2 forecheckers. Throws the puck into neutral ice. Gaining zones. Smart play by Payton at this time of the game. Gage Bernard now with it, trying to play the puck into the Quad City zone. Quad City intercepts and plays it down into the Omaha end. 2:57 left in this third period. 4-1 Omaha. Evan Roth now with it. Omaha end regrouping. Comes behind the net. Tries to play it to Franzen. Franzen gets taken out of the play. And the puck moves into neutral ice here. A pass by Bernard to Ehlers. Ehlers now plays it up into the Quad City zone. And Owen Connor on the forecheck. Finishes check. Wins the puck. Comes back to Ehlers on the half wall. Left wing side. Evan Roth with a pinch keeps the puck in the zone. Owen Connor swaps with him. He's at the point now. Gage Bernard on the half wall. Omaha sealing this puck into the zone. Ehlers forechecking. Puck gets dumped behind the Quad City cage. Evan Roth now with it, and now the puck finally comes out of the neutral ice where Omaha gains control again. Goes from Owen Connor to Noah Franzen. Franzen dumps the puck in. And we have a whistle.
Looks like a penalty on the play. Interference call.
2-minute minor for interference at 1:54 in the third period with an Omaha Lancer 4-1 lead over the Quad City Blues.
Shots right now are in favor of Omaha, 40 shots to 11. So that one mishap early in the first period there that the Omaha team couldn't clear out and cost them a little mistake is the only blemish on Gareth's record right now.
That's true.
That's unfortunate for him.
Corey Ehlers, 2 minutes in the box. And Omaha will spend the remainder of this game killing a penalty. Angelo Perry with a nice steal makes a nice nifty move, trying to move in on the attack, even short-handed. Perry again, indirect pass to himself in neutral ice, comes around, gets his forehand, he's looking, buying time, 1:34 left in this one. Perry still controlling the puck. Kobe Alexander angling the player off. Quad City gains control, dumps it in, and Omaha back out and throws the puck deep into the Quad City zone. Quad City regrouping behind their own cage and moving the puck up the half wall, but it's intercepted by Perry. Perry dumps the puck back in, and now Petrie on it. Petrie trying to gain control. Picks the puck up in the corner. 58 seconds left in this game with Petrie controlling the puck behind the Quad City cage.
Doing a very good job of it right now, too. He's just kind of moving it side to side, and Quad City can't get him.
He's single-handedly killing this penalty right now.
Absolutely.
Moves it up to Colin Price. Colin Price moves it back to Petrie. Petrie has control. He gets a shot. Mudd with a save.
Forcing Mudd to work for it today.
Nice move by Quad City coming out of the zone. Gains control, moves across, beats Kraus, comes across the net mouth. And the puck is played out and neutralized by Omaha with 25 seconds left. Quad City now, Sokolowski with a shot. Just inside the blue line, goes wide of the net. Omaha gains control. Pricey trying to play the puck out. Another shot from the point. And Gareth Lewis covers up with 7 seconds left in this JV game. The Omaha Junior Lancers 4 and the Quad City Blues 1. Ellis will be out of the box in the next 13 seconds.
After this period, we'll have your JV 3 stars of the game and recap of this game.
Puck is dropped in the Omaha zone, right wing side for Quad City. Quad City playing it back to the point. And the whistle sounds, and this game is over. Omaha Junior Lancers prevail 4-1 over the Quad City Blues.
And Mike, with the JV 3 stars of the game today, your third star is Jacob Berkowitz. He's part of that line that's had an outstanding game. And second star, Larry Mercier. He actually ended up with the game-winning goal. He got goal number 2 that put us ahead 2-1, and we never looked back from there, and we dominated play second and third period. And your first star is Dominic Zambuto. Wikis say this whole line, I don't know that you can say much about each individual, but they both, each of 3 of these kids earned their game stars. They controlled the play. They were the ones putting the puck in the net, not to take away from the rest of the team. We just watched the last few seconds of this game here where that penalty kill, and Jacob Petrie single-handedly pretty much killed that penalty off, him and Price.
Yeah, this team has great depth, I think, and we've got 4 lines really that all contribute, and those top 2 are a very intelligent group of kids. They have good chemistry. Like I said before earlier in the broadcast, they have all the right pieces, and collectively they're a very strong line, and really one of the top lines, couple of the top lines in the JV division of this league. We're going to wrap up here. You're listening to the Omaha Junior Lancers Hockey Network. We'll be back with the varsity game.